All right, let's just jump right in. I want you to imagine a world where monsters are totally real. A place where dinosaurs, kinda, sorta, still roam the earth. Okay, picture this. You're on this sun-scorched island, right? The air is just thick. It's heavy. You hear a rustle in the bushes, and then you see it. Something that feels ancient. Something that just does not belong in our time.
I mean, we're talking about a lizard that's easily the length of a small car. It's moving with this slow, deliberate confidence like it owns the whole island. And, let's be honest, it pretty much does.
And it's not just about the length. This thing is a true heavyweight. We're talking 200 pounds of pure, armored, scaly muscle. And then you see its forked tongue just flicking out, tasting the air. There's absolutely zero fear in its eyes. And, oh yeah, it definitely knows you're there. Welcome to the world of the Komodo dragon. So, what you've just been picturing, that is the Komodo dragon. Varanus komodoensis, if you want to get scientific about it. It is, without a doubt, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the lizard world. And here's the thing, you can't just find this creature anywhere. Nope. It lives in exactly one place on the entire planet, this tiny cluster of Indonesian islands. This area makes up the Komodo National Park, which, by the way, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's basically nature's real-life version of Jurassic Park. You know that Jurassic Park comparison? It's really not that far off. These animals, their ancestors have been around for about 4 million years. So yeah, while the actual dinosaurs checked out 66 million years ago, it really does seem like the Komodo dragon just didn't get the memo. They are a direct, living link to a prehistoric, primeval world. So, the big question is, what makes this living dinosaur such an incredible apex predator? Well, let's unpack the toolkit of what might just be nature's perfect killing machine. Okay, so for decades, scientists were actually debating this. There was a real mystery surrounding its deadliest weapon. I mean, everyone knew its bite was lethal, no question there. The real mystery was how. Now, this is where things get really fascinating, because it's a total rewrite of what we thought we knew. The old myth, the story we all heard, was super dramatic, right? That its mouth was so filthy, just packed with nasty bacteria, that its bite would cause this slow, agonizing death from infection. But then, in 2009, researchers discovered the truth, and honestly, it's even cooler. Turns out they have actual venom glands. They deliver this potent toxin that stops blood from clotting and sends their prey into shock. That bacteria? Yeah, that's just a nasty little bonus. But believe it or not, the venom is only part of the story. The dragon's true superpower might just be its incredible sense of smell. And it's all thanks to this amazing piece of biological hardware called the Jacobson's organ. So, how does this whole thing work? Well, it's like an incredible built-in tracking system. You see that forked tongue flicking in and out? It's literally tasting the air, collecting all these microscopic scent particles. Then it pulls the tongue back in and presses it up against the Jacobson's organ, which analyzes everything. It's basically a high-tech chemical GPS, and it's so sensitive it lets them detect a meal from up to 6 miles away. Just think about that. And look, this hunter has the stats to back all this up. For one, they can hit speeds of up to 12 miles per hour in these short, explosive bursts, which, by the way, is probably faster than you can run. And when they finally catch their meal, get this, they can eat up to 80% of their own body weight in one go. I mean, can you even imagine eating a meal that's almost as big as you are? It's just wild. But as incredible as all of that is, and it is incredible, the Komodo dragon has one more secret up its scaly sleeve. And I'm not kidding, this might be the most mind-blowing fact of them all. You ready for this? It's a process called parthenogenesis. Big word, I know. But what it means is, well, it's amazing. It's the ability for a female to have babies without a male at all. She can lay fertile eggs and produce offspring all on her own. No dating, no courtship, no male required. Think about what this means for survival. It is the ultimate evolutionary strategy. If a single female gets washed up or stranded on a new island, she doesn't need to find a mate to start a new population. She can literally, single-handedly, found her own civilization. It's an incredible insurance policy for the survival of the species. Just absolutely extraordinary. So, after hearing all that, I bet some of you were thinking, okay, how can I see one of these things for myself? Well, it is a serious adventure, but it's definitely possible.
So let's talk about what it takes to journey to the land of the dragons.
Okay, so your adventure kicks off with a flight to a town called Labuan Bajo. From there, you've got to get on a boat to reach the heart of Komodo National Park. Usually, you'll go to either Komodo Island or Rinca Island. And listen, this next part is non-negotiable. You have to track with a local ranger. They carry this long, forked stick, and trust me, that stick is often the only thing standing between you and a very curious and very large predator.
But this brings us to a much more serious part of the story. Because for a creature that has survived for millions and millions of years, this ancient king is now facing a very modern and very real threat: endangerment.
And this is the number that really matters most. There are only about 3,500 of these incredible animals left. In the entire wild. That's it. For the whole planet.
So why is this happening? Well, unfortunately, it's a pretty familiar story. Their habitat is shrinking, because of human activity and climate change. The animals they need to eat, like deer, are being poached by people. And on top of all that, they live on these small volcanic islands, which are already really fragile places to begin with.
So here's the really crucial point, the big contrast. You have 4 million years of evolution. You have about 40 years of official protection in a national park, and yet here we are today, and they're on the endangered list. It's just a really stark reminder of how incredibly fast things can go wrong. Look, to stand on one of those islands and see a Komodo dragon in the wild, it's like seeing a relic from a lost world. It's a powerful, humbling, unforgettable experience. And it leaves you with this one final thought. After you see this living piece of prehistory with your own 2 eyes, no nature documentary is ever going to feel the same again. So the real question is, are we going to do enough to make sure that future generations get to have that same chance?